Hey people, Lex Talionis here. With a background as an Army paratrooper for 5 years and a sheriff's deputy in Louisiana for 7, when I saw that Joe Rogan had an ex-cop from Baltimore Police Department named Michael Wood Jr. on his podcast, number 670, I was interested in hearing what he had to say. Within the first 10 minutes, I was already so disgusted with the blatant regurgitation of anti-cop and race-baiting rhetoric, I turned it off and walked away, swearing off Joe Rogan altogether. Then, I calmed myself down and sat through the entire podcast. It wasn't easy, because Michael Wood made his name by tweeting short messages detailing either police corruption or blatant examples of misconduct, some of them truly disgusting. Some of those messages detail cops pooping and urinating on clothes in a raid of a suspect's house, and some describe suspects getting beaten while handcuffed. While corruption and physical abuse, rather than the appropriate amount of force to effect an arrest, is an issue that needs to be addressed on a case-by-case basis. Doing so by saying all cops participate in institutionalized racism, or cops need to show empathy and treat people like people, is not only lazy, but a blatant effort to appeal to hardliners that firmly believe all cops are guilty for an incredibly small minority of corrupt or abusive officers. The sheer amount of one-sided nonsense motivated me to start this channel and give a solid, easy-to-understand explanation as to why Michael Wood Jr. is full of crap, instead of the usual internet practice of profane language mixed with poop and your mom's vagina jokes. There's a saying common to law enforcement officers, at least in the South, of problem solver by nature. Meaning, as a law enforcement officer, your job isn't to focus on locking people up, it's to focus on solving problems. If a solution involves locking someone away, so be it, the problem then gets solved. If not, then arresting someone could end up making the problem worse. So an ex-cop like Mr. Wood purposefully misrepresenting facts or situations to make his argument appear solid is the exact opposite of what a cop should be doing. Namely presenting a situation as it is, not as you would like it. Basically, he's doing exactly what he has accused other cops of doing, intentionally ignoring facts or misrepresenting facts to prove his case at the expense of other people's careers or livelihood. Michael Wood Jr. is a hypocrite, and I'm here to show you why. Now that I've bored you to tears, let's get to the action.
One time I was a shift commander in the Eastern District, and I'm telling my guys, stop pulling over old white ladies, stop pulling over that young cute girl, stop. We focus on who commits the crimes, and who commits the crimes in Baltimore? 16 to 24-year-old black males. That's who's committing the crimes, so focus on them. That makes sense. Until you complete the cycle and realize that you started doing that because of institutionalized racism.
Point 1. Institutionalized racism. Let's conduct an experiment, shall we? Would you get more pissed off if somebody called you a racist to your face? Or if someone said that everybody that looks like you is a racist? That's the beauty of using the phrase of institutionalized racism. You get to be racist and decrease the chances of being kicked in the dick
In your organization. And so when you are jacking up those guys in the corner and you do find that dime bag, so you send him to jail, now he can't go to work the next day, so he loses his job, and then he can't make it to court, so he gets his license suspended, and then he's driving, and then you are focusing on those 16 to 24-year-old black males, so now you're more likely to pull them over. Now you pull him over, now he has a suspended license, now he gets his license revoked, and now he can't get to the job legally, and now he's left with selling drugs on the corner.
Point 2. Simplicity. This tactic is used by a lot of people that can't argue a point with fact or even personal anecdote, the easiest evidence to provide. So instead, they try to convince you that a certain action always leads to a certain result. This eliminates the need to defend a ridiculous viewpoint of which the only reason to share that viewpoint is to push a deeply held personal belief, or belief that has one and only one use: to get you to agree with the arguer. Highly insulting to both your intelligence and mine, in my opinion.
So we're creating it. We have to step back and realize what the facts are on what we're doing. And the number one problem is the drug war, and then we have money and politics.
Poop. Poopity poop. Big poop. The other side of stupid.